Hello, I'm Lee White. On October 27th, 2020, we were lucky enough to have a Halloween special at the Ratibor Theater, live for a handful of people, where we celebrated Halloween, as we like to do. Unfortunately, this year we couldn't have any international guests with us, So I asked a bunch of my friends if they'd be willing to make some short videos that we could show during the show just to give us that international flavor that the Ratibor always seems to have. So once I got them all together, the audience loved them, and I thought, it's kind of a shame just to hold them all to myself. So I got permission from everyone, and I put this little video montage together, a celebration of Halloween. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and enjoying this Halloween day as best you can. And at the very least, here are some laughs and maybe a few scary moments. Thank you to everyone at the Ratibor and the Impro Embassy for helping us put on the show. Thank you to all the audience that came out. And most of all, thank you for watching this spooky video. Happy Halloween!
Finally, it's Halloween, the only day in quarantine where spirits come from below to meet us in a show. We don't know which is which or who is who. They may be sitting next to you, so enjoy.
Once, long ago, there was a wicked blacksmith named Jack, who lied, cheated, stole. And as he was walking to his local pub one evening, a shadow stepped from between the trees and a demon appeared and said, "Jack, you've been a very wicked man. And now it is time for me to claim your soul and take you to hell." Jack laughed and said, "Surely, if I am damned, we have time for a drink." And so they went on, and they drank. And the demon laughed, for the money that Jack was spending on the drink he should have been spending on food for his wife and children. Jack said, "Demon, how do you know that I did these wicked things that you accuse me of?" The demon said, "I have powers, Jack. I can transform myself into anything. I have been a broom in your corner, a mouse on the beams of your stable, even a horse standing waiting to be shod." Jack said, "Nonsense, I don't believe you. Why, I doubt you could even transform yourself into a coin." The demon became a golden coin lying on the bar. Jack looked at it. The face on the coin turned, stared at him, and winked. Jack scooped it up with a silver coin on either side, and the demon was trapped. Jack slipped it into his pocket and went home, chuckling at his cleverness, for he had captured a demon. But it became darker and darker and darker until it was pitch black. Jack pulled out the coins and said, "Demon, is this your work? I cannot see where I am going." And the demon said, "Yes, Jack, for darkness is our tool, and in it we are stronger. You may have me prisoned, but you will never find your way home. You will trip and fall and drop me, and I will be free." Jack said, "I will set you free, demon, but on 3 conditions. 1, you and your kind may never take my soul. 2, you and your kind may never harm me. And 3, you must provide me with a light which will not go out." The devil laughed and said, "Of course, Jack. Set me free, and all that you ask shall be yours." Jack removed the gold coin, and poof, there was the devil standing beside him. The devil laughed and said, "Of course, Jack, I swear none of my kind will ever harm you. None of us will ever lay claim to your soul. You will live forever. And here he scooped up a great turnip from the ground. He carved with his claw a demonic face in it. He scooped out the insides, and he snapped his fingers and drew a coal of burning hellfire from beneath the ground. He dropped it in. He said, "Here is your light. On your way now, Jack, but do be careful. If you fall into the swamp, or take a bad fall, you may still die." Jack laughed, for he had a light that would never go out, and he went home. But while he was walking, the devil went to his home and whispered into the ears of his wife and children that demons were about in the night, and that they must ward themselves by carving a demonic face into a pumpkin, a squash, a turnip, and putting a light, a candle, on the inside, so that when the demons saw their own faces, they would be terrified and run. And so they did. They put them in their windowsills, on the front step, and on the post at the edge of their gate. Jack wandered very slowly through this terrible darkness with his demonic lantern, and every time he saw that face reflected in the waters of the swamp, he knew he must not go that way, for he would drown. Slowly he made his way home, but there he saw reflected again from the swamp, or so he thought, the wicked faces of the demon. And so he turned away. And to this day, Jack wanders the world at night with his jack-o'-lantern, looking for his home. But he will never find it. So carve your pumpkins, place them in your windows, and drive away the face of wickedness.
I'm in the Slovenian woods somewhere west of Ljubljana, and together with friends we are playing the wild boar. I'm the wild boar at the moment, which means I hide in the forest, and I have hidden the treasure, which is tortilla chips, somewhere else, and I can hear them coming. It's a way to escape this world. To fake that there is some joy in it too. Or to create other worlds for us and the kids.
I wish for my heart to beat steady and true. There are times when I feel my heart is beating way too fast or way too slow. And I just want it to be steady, if that makes sense. Illegal parties, I guess. It's all I can think of is just like being around when it wasn't legally allowed to be a theater, and witnessing the madness that you hear the stories of. The anarchist theater people. I mean, I would say I want more money, but really what I want is more work that earns money.
The theater. The Ratibor. Late at night, There's a few drunken people still leaving. The actors and their friends, their hangers-on. And the owner, Harold Klink, is tired. He wants them to go home. It's very late. He starts pushing them out the door. Please go, go. And they're, yeah, we want to stay. Go. And he's pushing the most belligerent one is this Canadian with the crazy beard, and he's got a cap on. And he's like, you need me to do more shows here. And Harold's like, tonight it doesn't matter, go home. And he finally pushes Lee out the door and closes the door behind him.
Atmet durch. In seinem Kopf sind folgende Gedanken. Hätte ich dieses Gebäude nur nie besetzt, hätte ich kein Theater draus gemacht und hätte ich das Theater nicht diesen Impro-Spielern gegeben, die seit über 20 Jahren mein Leben bestimmen und mich jede Nacht aufbleiben lassen. Ich will nicht mehr, hätte ich doch einen ganz, ganz normalen Beruf gehabt und Karriere gemacht, das wäre alles viel besser gewesen.
He turns around to check everything's closed off, the lights are shut, and he sees the window is still open from when they were smoking illegally inside. So he goes back over to the window. With a big sigh, he reaches out to grab it, to close it. Then he looks out into the Hof, and it's different.
Statt dem Baum und dem gegenüberliegenden Backsteinwand des Vorderhauses ragt ein riesig großes Bürogebäude in die Höhe aus Glas, Beton, Hochglanz. Ja.
This hurts his eyes to look at such big corporate ugly buildings in Kreuzberg, and he thinks, when did they build this? This makes me sick. And he backs away from the window, and as he backs away, he bumps into an office desk, and there's a chair and a computer and more desks. The room is filled with desks, and it's not the theater.
Es ist dort, wo die Bar, der Zuschauerraum und die Bühne waren, ist jetzt ein Großraumbüro. An der Tür, die normalerweise in die Garderobe führt, ist ein Schild angebracht, auf dem steht Direktor Harald Klenk. Harald öffnet diese Mahagoni-Tür und betritt ein Büro, Hochdesigner-Büro.
Metal and sharp lines, and there's a big computer screen. And on the screen, he sees a lot of little camera feeds from cameras that are all over the office, and they're all aimed at desks. Each individual desk has a camera with the name underneath of who sits at that desk.
Daneben ist ein Buch aufgeschlagen, wo bei jedem Mitarbeiter genau notiert ist, wie viele Minuten er am Bildschirm sitzt und am Computer arbeitet und wie viele Minuten er in die Luft schaut oder überhaupt nicht anwesend ist. Krönke, Munzinger und so weiter. Ein Mitarbeiter ist rot durchgestrichen.
Lee White, crossed out. Just as he notices this, the door to the office opens, and there stands Lee White, but in a suit that's all ragged. He smells like whiskey.
Er ist rasiert, glatt rasiert und hat eine Halbglatze mit schön frisiertem Haarschnitt.
And he says, "Oh, Herr Klink, I didn't think you would be working so late. I thought I could come back and get that fucking book off your desk."
Harald ist völlig außer sich. Er sagt, Lee, was ist los? Wie schaust du aus? Was ist hier überhaupt? Lee hört ihm nicht zu. Er reißt das Buch an sich und beschimpft ihn aufs Wüsteste.
Yeah, you can't measure our work in minutes. It's not so exact, and I'm paying the price for your problem.
Während er auf Harald einschreit, versucht Harald Lee zu beruhigen. Lee geht nach hinten aus dem Büro heraus, er windet sich, er will von Harald nicht berührt werden und während Harald immer noch versucht, Lee zu beruhigen, stürzt Lee aus dem noch immer offenstehenden Fenster des Ratibors in den Hof.
He falls down and we hear a boom. Harold runs to the window. He looks down, and there's Lee, his back broken on the bicycle rack. A bike seat sticking through his chest. His heart exposed. With a steady beat, slowing down until it stops. And Lee's beard is back.
Und seine Mütze. Harald blickt nach vorne. Da steht der Baum und das Backsteinfassade des Vorderhauses. Der Mond scheint. Langsam beginnt es zu schneien.
Hi, you've reached Caitlin. I can't come to the phone right now, so please leave me a message. Thank you.
Hey, Kate, it's Kayla. I just need to talk to you real quick about the whole music video thing. You're so funny, and it's just, I'm a bit worried. Okay, call me back. I guess what I want to say is that I'm sorry for what I've created. Halloween comes once a year, so listen up to my story, dear. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah, about a witch who lives in the haunted wood. She'd gobble you up if only she could. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. Her house is made out of sticks and mud, and she drinks her tea with spider blood. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. Her favorite game is hide and seek, and she washes her clothes in a filthy creek. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. She's never alone for her Sunday roast. She invites her friend, the scary ghost. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. But don't you tell that witch a lie, 'cause she'll cast a spell and you'll lose your eye. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. There's other things that the witch can do, like spells and rats and a doodly-doo. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. And maybe the moon is coming tonight, and maybe you'll die from a terrible fright. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. Halloween, 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 a Halloween. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. Well, that's all that I got to say. And hey, hey, hey. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. A boo-rah-rah, a boo-rah-rah. And it started really simply. I just said, wouldn't it be funny if I wrote a song? I don't know how to write a song. Okay, I'm not musical. And then the next thing I know, I'm on a 2-week odyssey of trying to figure out how to shoot and edit a music video. And the whole time I know it's not right. I know it's not good, and I know the song is irritating. And I could have just done one of those, the front-facing camera, where you're just kind of a character, and I could have been done in 20 minutes. And I'm out here visiting my parents, and now I've involved them. They're complicit, My friends come and visit, now they're characters in it. Caitlin won't call me back. I'm like Coppola, doing Apocalypse Now, where it's like, well, we're already here. Well, the government lent us the helicopters, or, whatever happened with that in that production. I guess why am I sitting here talking to you like this? Well, I guess what I want to say is that if you really want to be scared, I mean really scared, you look inside yourself. You look inside yourself as an artist. And you go, if this is what I think is good, I must be haunted. Happy Halloween.